What's going on, y'all? This is Jay Faith, and we are here with Right Mind Wednesdays, where we just sit down and have a conversation, just talk about tips, tricks, tools, things related to music, mental health, fitness, financial literacy, all those fun things that everybody deals with in their daily lives and can always use some piece of information to help them through whatever it is that they're going through. Make sure that you follow us YouTube, Instagram. We're all over social media now, so make sure that you are following us. We also have our podcast up on Apple as well as SoundCloud and Spotify. So if you missed this episode, be sure to check it out on those platforms as well. Um, Appreciate everybody that is tuning in and watching this. We have kind of a special edition this go around. We got my man Pix Crispy here, Krispy Pics, amazing photographer. We got tuned in with the Simpsons here right now. How's it going, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. How are you today?
I'm hanging in there, man. It's Saturday. I'm trying to enjoy the day off. I got vacation officially right now, so I'm trying
There
to
you go.
enjoy it as much as possible.
You got anything special planned for the vacation, or you just gonna chill out at home?
Gonna try to do some day trips.
There you go.
Just a couple things. Try to hit maybe Maine, New York, or just do some stuff locally that we just haven't really gotten the chance to do in a while.
Yeah, no, I feel you, man. Weather's been crazy. It's just been crazy out there in general, but this weather definitely ain't helping it,
Dude,
man.
dude, I'm so over it. It's like 50 one day, 60 another, then 20 the next, then snow, then rain. I can't keep
The-
up anymore, and
It's the
it's
worst, bro. It's the worst. Like, and what's even worse is the whole sinus thing, dude. Like, that's what makes it even worse.
dude, I have allergies, so it
Yeah,
makes it 10 times
horrible.
worse. If I don't stick with my medication, dude, it's a wrap for me, and
Yeah, waking up all
it's not
puffy
gonna be
eyed. You know
fun.
what I mean?
Yeah, can't breathe, sinuses, all mucoso. Like, nah, it's not. It's not fun, man. It's
No,
frustrating,
yeah, no,
but
I
that's
feel you, man. Just give me like, just pick one. If it's gonna be hot, be hot. If you're gonna be cold, be cold. That's
yeah,
fine. I'm cool either way, but just stick to the plan.
yeah, exactly. I'm trying to like make my face not be as white as possible.
There you go.
That's a little. There we go. That's better. Yeah, man. I'm super happy to have you on here. This has been kind of a long time coming, but
Oh, I
super
appreciate you
super
having me.
glad to have you. Dude, this has been. I know you've been. I'm trying to think of how many shows that you've been at least of mine.
At at
Snapping.
least 5, 7 minutes that I can think
Yeah,
of. You know what I mean?
I think we're hitting the 10 mark very soon. I think
Yeah,
I think
definitely.
we're getting there, man. But I think there's been some shows like even in the past, like Mosi G Fest that you've been that
Yeah,
you've
no,
have at least attended,
yeah,
and
definitely.
kind of checked out not only myself, but
Yeah,
obviously you repping. I mean, I don't have it on, but you got it on, repping the Mosi G. I can't
you got
even
the
tell it
sweatshirt on
backwards right
though.
now. Got the hoodie on. I got to represent
That's
Mosi G. Shout out to Mosi G. Mine's
facts. Amazing, just amazing, man. Amazing group of people. Really, it really is, man.
one collective.
Get you back.
Collective, and it's super dope.
No, it's awesome. Everyone involved in it is just I can't even describe like y'all amazing people. Really, that's the only thing I can say. Like if I had to
That
sum it up, dude, it's just amazing, good people that are willing to share the knowledge and not like try to use it in a negative way. You know what I mean? Like what you guys try to do is all
mhm.
positive, and that's awesome. It really is.
Yeah, man. I think the dope thing too is like we're all on the same wavelength of just trying to build some type of community. It's never something to try to knock people down. It's always just like how can we just build and build not only for ourselves as artists and creators, but how can we, partake in the community and do something for our community as well too. The people that support us. We're
Yeah.
trying to always give back to those people too, which is super dope.
Actually, so to go back on how many shows, the first show I ever seen you play was one of the charity events at Long Blue Cat. I think it
Yep.
was 2018 or 2019.
That might have been my first one too.
Oh shit, really? Huh.
Yeah.
But no, that
I
was
think
like that was my first like so like I met Joe maybe a year before that, but that was like the first show I got to
okay.
see all y'all together and the whole atmosphere that you guys bring. You know what I mean? And it was mind blowing, man.
Yeah, I think that must have been my first one because I think that was the first like fundraiser that we
Yeah,
did. And I s- dang, it's been that long because we had that one. It was the fundraiser, and then fundraiser two, and then three. So would have been, yeah, 2019, because
yeah,
then this year would be our fourth one. Yeah,
right. Yeah, yeah. Crazy, right?
dang, been. I mean, I know, 3 years isn't that long, but it's like you kind of look back. It's like, dang, it's been that long already that we've,
Uh,
you know,
Dude, it really
been.
like I get what you're saying. In hindsight, 2020 here, it's not that long of a period, but like the steps that have been taken in those years is massive. You know what I mean? So like it kind of
Mhm.
does feel like a long time. You know what I mean? In a sense.
Yeah, and it's interesting because like again in such a short period, and then looking at how just MoCG has grown, even from when I started. It was, you had, Rep Tyler, you had 13 Ball, Just for
Yeah.
Kicks, Aaron Brown,
Right.
just to name a few. And then now we've just expanded to, obviously myself, Life, Chemic, No Gimmick now, yourself, I mean, I consider, obviously I consider you part of that. We got G2,
Oh
shout
yeah,
out to
no, definitely, dude.
G2.
I think that's one thing that
Um,
like I loved about y'all is y'all like welcomed welcomed me in. Y'all, all right, cool. This is what we're doing. You know what I mean? Like, you here you go. Cool. All right. You know what I mean? It's just like the love that y'all gave even before I started doing this whole photography bullshit, dude. Just the love that you guys gave on a general level, dude, was is amazing. You know what I
mhm.
mean? And so I was having this conversation with 13 not too long ago, and I was like, yo, I wish there were more people like you. And he's like, yo, I'm glad there's not. And it literally got me thinking. No, it got me thinking. Like he didn't mean it like that, but it got me thinking. Like, yo, you're right, because like then you wouldn't stand out as much as MOCG does as a
Mhm.
whole. You know what I mean? If that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. And one of the things that I've learned recently, even just aside from music, is each person has their own part. If you have people that all do even just similar things as far as like a personality or a skill level or talent, you don't really expand anywhere, and you don't have
Right.
really too much to offer as a group, because if everybody's a photographer, well, you know, again, speaking specifically MoCG,
Yeah.
like, well,
Yeah.
then, like, who are the rappers,
Right.
that you're
Exactly.
gonna take pictures of? Who are the,
Right.
people that play instruments? I can't even think of the word right now, but the people that play the instruments, who, it's all just a culmination of different things. So it's like it's dope to have, producers, rappers, photographers, videographers, all at, in a sense at our expense,
Yeah.
available to us,
Right. Exactly.
to
Yeah.
be able to create freely, you know, things that we've always been trying to do and aspire to do, and also just to support each other, and just provide different information, which is exactly what Right Mind is all about too. So it's like dope
Right.
that I've kind of molded MoCG with that too, is just
Yeah.
because it's all the same concept. And like I said at the top of this, we're such a great collective of people, literally of one mind, in the sense of we all have the same vision, again, community and building each other up versus just some type of separation.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. But like I feel like in a way that alone separates us. You know what I mean? That in
Hmm.
itself, the fact that we're so You know what I mean? I don't know. I can't explain it, but I feel like it does separate us, but not in like the stereotypical way. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? In our own, it's I don't know. Like you said, it's who we are. We're all the same, but we're not the same though. That's the thing. We are, but we're not.
yeah,
You know what I mean? We all have the same vision, the same goal. We all want to get to the same place in life, and it's cool. You know what I mean? You're a product of the company you
yeah,
keep, dude. Yeah, that's the only way I can describe it to people. You know what I mean? If you hang out with X, Y, and Z, X, Y, and Z is going to happen. You hang out with like-minded people, such as everyone
mm-hmm.
involved in MOCG, they were all going to grow easier that way. And it's dope, dude.
100%, 100%. Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. And that's what I think motivates me more is that there's just so many hungry people that are looking to, just grow and just help figure it out instead of
Right,
just, you see some groups or whatever. There's always like one person that's like way up here, and then
right,
like the
yeah,
rest of the group is down here, and it's like,
yeah,
but how does that, where is the camaraderie in that?
yeah, right,
Where is the
exactly.
growth? Bring
Yeah,
bring the people with you. I
yeah.
mean, it's on the people to put in the effort that they need to. Don't get me
Well,
wrong,
yeah,
but
obviously you can't just sit back and expect miracles to happen and you do
right.
nothing. It's not how it works, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. But if I find something wrong when there's somebody that's way up here and then everybody else is down here. There's something wrong.
Right.
And you know, you know, like I said, like I'm just glad that to be a part to have been able to find this collective and to be able to just continually build and just
Yeah.
have that same mindset.
Yeah. No, it truly is amazing.
So like so you've been how long have you been taking pictures like
All right.
I guess
So,
officially or unofficially?
all right. I, yeah. Officially, Um,
How,
so like I would say I think it was like June or July of last year is when I actually started the Krispy Pics branding myself as a photographer. You know what I mean?
hmm
Um, I would say maybe a year before that, you see me at shows. I used to go to shows with my cell phone and just post pictures that I liked, you know what I mean? And
Yeah, yep.
a couple people were like, "Oh, those are good pictures." You know what I mean? Oh, maybe you have an eye for it. Ha 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 ha. You know, I'm like, oh, okay, cool, whatever. Like, I'm at a show. I'm taking pictures. Like, whatever. You know what I mean? And then a couple more people started saying it, and then a couple more people started saying it,
Mhm.
and then it's. I was talking. I forget who I was talking to. I'm not saying exactly who I was talking, but I was talking to somebody, and they were like, "Nah, dude. Like, if you like doing it, fucking do it." You know what I mean? And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." So I continued with the phone, you know what I mean? And then it started off as a hobby, really. You know what I mean? Something for myself. Single dad, full-time dad. You know how it is. You got kids, dude. You're running around everywhere, dude. It's nice to have something that like is just for you that I got for me, that I do for me. You know what I mean? So I started the Crispy Pics page just to have all my pictures in one area. So I didn't have to
Mhm.
scroll through my
Yeah,
phone. Oh,
yeah,
hey, check out this phone. You
yeah.
know what I mean? I could literally be like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, hey, go on Instagram or whatever. Like, here you go. It's just to have everything in one area. You know what I mean?
One-stop shop. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. All my pictures in one area. Don't have to look through the phone. None of that crap. And then it got to a point where like the phone just wasn't doing it. I wanted better pictures. So I got in touch with
hmm
G2. He's MLCG. And he was
Yep.
like, well, started picking his brain about it and this, that, the other thing. And he's like, I got a camera I'll sell you for dirt cheap, dude. Fuck it. All right, cool. Hold on to it. Let me save up. I'll see what I can do. So, anyways, I ended up getting that from him. And then it was obviously, I was still editing photos on my phone at that point. And
Okay.
again, I got to that point where, okay, I need to be able to do better edits. These are better than what I was doing, but I need to do like I personally just want to do better. You know what I mean? And it's
hmm
literally kind of just taken off from there, dude. It really fucking has.
But I like that because what trying to figure out how to like say this because I'm gonna like kind of jump all over the place as I say it, but like I like the fact that you took like one thing and then like quote unquote mastered it, and then you were like,
Yeah,
okay, what's the next step?
right,
Meaning
yeah,
like you took it in steps. Like some people try to just like absorb everything at once, and
yeah.
then it can kind of lead to failure sometimes. But
No,
like,
I agree with you.
just hearing that story, like it's cool to see how you like just the process of like, all right, cool, like I know where I'm at now, and that's also super dope of the just a self-reflection. And then to be like, all right, I'm here, all right, like I want to push it to the next step, and then the next step, and then the next step. Like some people don't have that mental process of like, all right, like let's, how can I move forward? All right, I'm here, like recognizing where they're at, and then
Right,
being like, okay, where can I go from here?
right, yeah. No, I don't know, like, so this whole experience has been very humbling to me. You know what I mean? And I think that aspect of tackling step after step after step, like even now that I've gotten a little better with my photography, I've started to veer a little bit into videography. As you know, I did your promo
Yep.
for you in life. And even then, like, I wasn't ready for that, dude. When you asked me to do it, I was like, Justin was like, "Yo, bro, you need to do it, dude. Like, who cares if you fail, whatever." And I was like, you know what? Screw it, man. What's the worst that can happen? And
Hmm.
then I kind of like peeled back a little bit from videography after I did that. You know what I mean? Just so I could focus on my photography a little more. But that, like, again, I'm at that comfortable spot. All right, cool. What's next for me to learn? Well, let's learn the flip
Hmm.
side of it. Let's be more of a versatile cameraman than just a photographer. You know what I mean? So it's, yeah, no, taking those steps. You need to do it, man. You need to take the steps. It's a learning process. You know what I mean? Do you know how many days I spent sitting at home still watching YouTube videos, dude? You know what I
Dude,
mean?
I do it all the time. I
Yeah,
do it all the time.
it really like it. I don't know, man. It's just, I don't know. I like it. You know what I mean? The whole learning aspect, which is weird because I hated school when I was younger. You never caught me. I was in school, but I was not in class. You know what I'm saying? I was out hanging
Mm.
out with my friends. And like, I just didn't interest me. So like this
Yeah,
interests me.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's very interesting to learn how to do stuff better like that. You know what I mean? And to see my own progress is like, not to sound ignorant or cocky, but pretty dope from where I've come with a cell phone versus today. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
clearly I'm doing something right. You know what I mean? So
Oh, 100%. And like you said, I think that right there is what it is. You said, because you said, oh, school didn't really interest me, but this interests me. So it makes it that much better when you're learning something that actually interests you, because then you're like, all right, like, dude, I gotta go like head
right.
first into this thing
Yeah,
because
exactly.
it's something that, I really care about.
Right. G2 said that to me. He's like, listen, if you want to do this, you need to do it, dude. Like, this is not something you can just like. If you want to do it and be good at it, then you gotta balls in this court right here. Boom. That's it.
Hmm.
That's you need to do it fully, not half-ass. You know what I mean? And I'm a true believer that obviously I ain't the best in the world. You and I both know that. I ain't the worst in the world either. But the fact that I did give it my all is even more rewarding to the point at where I'm at now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's the thing too. Like I've had this conversation with multiple people, but it comes back to just what we're talking about is in kind of in part why I started Right Mind, and just the way my brain thinks with things is like you have to give people at least the opportunity to show you what they can do, because you never know what they can bring to the table. And it could be that one thing that you desperately need,
Yeah.
for what you're trying to do. But if you never give that person, like, you could literally have somebody like, with you that, and I'll use you as an example, that takes photos. But if I'm just like, nah, like, it's Crispy Pics, like, nah, like, I don't want to, I want to go for, Joe Schmo that's got, a million followers,
Right.
whatever,
Yeah.
and takes, crystal clear,
Right.
whatever pictures. But it's like, how do I not know that, like, you are like just in your house, like literally just figuring out and mastering the art of photography, and just like, you know, maybe a step behind, but like you are like almost there. But if
Yeah,
I
no,
never gave you a chance,
yeah. And like that night at the show, I asked you why me, and you literally looked me in my eyes and said, "Why not, bro?" But like, what? Why not? You know what I mean? And
yeah.
that honestly gave me chills when you said that, dude, because it was like, you know what? He's right. Why not me? You know what I mean? And it ended up working out because that promo was pretty fire. That was my first promo. For a
It was
first
dope.
promo, that thing came out pretty good. You know what I mean? Looking back now, knowing what I know, yeah, okay, I could have done a lot of stuff different, but you start from somewhere, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you just, it's just tracking the progress. So
Yeah.
you know, again, like I had this conversation with somebody on here too. It's like you got to start. It doesn't matter where, like you have to just start. Like some people are like, oh, I have to have, you know, 1080, you know, best quality, whatever, blah, 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 you
No,
know,
you don't.
first coming out the gate.
So no, I like it. Yeah, you just need to be good with what you have. Yeah, that's really what it is mastering the stuff you have. Yeah, and Joe actually said that to me one day, and he's like, dude, he's like, don't worry about getting the pop of the line shit. He's like, just get good at what you have, and you work with what you have and get good at it, and then grow. You know what I mean? Because if you're not good at with what you have at the time, buying all that fancy equipment top line, doesn't matter. If you don't have the knowledge behind that, then that's not going to do you any good.
And you also don't just know you don't know the basics. Like
Right.
there's things that, you know, especially with the lower, we'll use this term, loosely,
Yeah.
lower quality stuff. The basics are within that because
Right.
that's,
Exactly.
you know, it's the fundamentals. So why not
Yeah.
start with the
Right.
fundamentals?
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, I was very lucky that G2 was like, "Yo, I'll sell you my old one." You know what I mean? He's like, "He's exactly what you need."
Yeah.
And he literally said, "This is a perfect beginner camera for you." Oh, okay, cool. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So
It's like my, go ahead.
it ain't fancy. It's the A7 III. It's the A7 II. I only shoot 1080p, but I'm mastering the craft at shooting at 1080p. Eventually, yeah,
Hmm.
okay, I'll get to that point with this camera and be like, all right, I need that 4K. I'm ready for that next. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, even the pics that you shoot now, again, for somebody that is even like a year in, I think like you've taken the time and the due diligence to learn what it is that the craft that you're doing, you know, to come from a cell phone to where you are now, you know, doing K&G shows, and the quality of pictures that are coming out of it, like they're really good. Like it's nothing to frown at all, you know. And again, just the growth from, you know, again, a
Yeah,
camera phone to
yeah,
now is like
yeah,
huge. And
yeah. I tell people that, yeah, because that's the one question I always get. How long you been doing this? And I laugh, and it's like, so all right, realistically, been taking it seriously since November of last year. You know, I mean, sorry, November of this year when I got the laptop. Like that's when I literally started taking it serious. And everyone's like, "Come on!" And it's like, "Nah, dude." Like, but again, it's because I put the work and the time and the effort into getting better. Yeah, it's like anything
yeah.
else. It really is. You weren't as good at dropping those bars as you know what I mean when you first started out. Why? Because you put the time, the effort.
Mhm.
You know what I mean. You put in work. You've done this. You've done that. It's you get out of anything in life. You get what you put into it. You get back tenfold.
Hmm. Absolutely, man. um yeah, it's like, and again, like you just never know. Once you put the work in, you never realize the opportunities that really present itself. And I'm not trying to like put down what you're doing. I just say like people have to look at like when you get opportunities, it doesn't need to be this like grand gesture of a type of an opportunity where it's like again, I use this as an example, like going on tour with Jordan Lucas or something for
Right,
your first like video, for your
right.
videographer thing. It's like, and again, not to knock what you're doing by any means, because that I think that is a
I
huge accomplishment.
I honestly think
To
I
be,
wouldn't be ready for something like that though. At this point, to be honest with you, like
Mhm,
my time, everyone's time happens when it happens. You know what I
for
mean?
sure.
Like it's from when I started to now, I'm where I'm supposed to be. You know what I mean? And then
Hmm.
it's I keep better things keep happening and bigger opportunities keep happening for me. But it's also not because of like I have the top of the line gear. You know what I mean? It's
Hmm.
because people see, oh, all right, Crispy's out here every single weekend grinding, taking pictures, always doing his thing. You know what I mean? So people recognize that, and that, honestly, that's what's gotten me a lot of the opportunities that have been presented to me. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
Miss Laura Michelle, she by the time this airs, it's gonna be done and over with. But she's gonna be performing at the Roll Up Festival. Hey, will you come do my set for me? Yeah, sure, no problem. You know what I mean?
Dope.
I wouldn't have gotten now had I gotten that opportunity 6 months ago. I don't think I would have appreciated as much as I do now
Hmm.
because I've earned that. You know what I mean? I've put the time, the work, and the effort, and I earned it. So like, I don't think I'd want a huge opportunity like a Johnny Lucas right now. Would that be dope?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you, that'd be gas. But
Right.
you know what I
Right.
mean? How many people can say that? But at the end of the day, I feel like
Hmm.
if something would ever like that happen, it's gonna happen when it's meant, when the universe is meant to happen.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? It's
And it's the steps again. It goes back to what we've been saying this entire time. It's the steps. It's like, okay, you know I know where my capabilities lie, so let's build the skills
yeah,
in the local shows, but working
right,
for one specific company, and and doing everything for them, and then building on that. And shout out to K&G, shout out to Chemic, shout out to No Gimmick,
phenomenal,
especially for
both
them,
of them.
giving you that opportunity. That's super dope, and I'm glad. I don't know if I could think of any more deserving person to be able to get that. So, definitely shout out to them for doing that. But you know, it's just that, again, just that recognition of realizing where you are and being like, let's build these skills here. Like
Right,
let's
yeah, exactly.
and what better place in around people that only want to build you up even further.
Yeah, no, and it's amazing. It really is, and it's just it makes me hungrier.
Yeah,
You know,
definitely.
it really does. Like it makes me hungrier. That like I think I've said it to you before, but like when you took a chance on me, you believed that I could do something that I didn't believe. You know what I mean? Clearly, they want me to be a part of the team because they believe that I can do this, and I do continue to do it and get better at it. You know what I mean? And them believing in me is better than me believing in myself. You know what I'm saying? Like if it gives me more of a drive knowing that, oh, okay, other people see what I see in myself. That's dope. You know what I mean, dude?
It gives you that push, even if
Yeah, it really
it's
does.
maybe something that's like, if you're here, we'll do it this way. If you're here and then like what they're asking for is like here, which
Right,
is a reasonable thing, you're
right,
like, all right,
exactly.
what do I need to do to
Facts.
mesh these two together? I know I can do it,
Right,
and they know I can do it. So
right,
like, let
exactly.
me figure it out.
Right,
Let me figure it out, take the steps and get there.
exactly it.
So has it always been kind of like hip hop photography, I guess, if you will, or I don't even know the term you would use for taking photos of just hip hop shows. Has it just been that, or have you kind of covered other areas as far as
Um,
photography?
so like my kiddo plays football in the summertime, so I would take pictures there, yada yada, you know, and stuff like that. Sunsets, that's really where I started, was more scenery. Um,
Hmm.
I don't think I chose to do hip hop photography, live photography, concert photography, whatever. I was kind of steered in that direction. not necessarily forced, but like again, you're a product of the company you keep. I hang out, I hang out with Joe, or Chemic, hang out with you,
Right.
hang out with Light. Like so, everyone I'm surrounding myself with is involved in the music industry. So I was kind of again, the
Right.
company you keep kind of steered in that direction that like, oh, okay, well, I don't always have the opportunity to go. Cam can't play football year round outside. You know what I mean? There's not always sunsets. It was just like, oh, here's this opportunity to go to a show, take pictures. Go to a show, take pictures. Go to a show, take pictures. So I mean,
Hmm.
would I would I like to steer in other directions? Now, no. I fucking love what I do, man. It really is. Like I
Right.
have it's nah for real. Like it's cool. People ask me like, don't get old going to bars and stuff like that. Like you could ask me this 5 years ago, and yeah, it's stupid. When I want to do it, you know what I mean. But like I'm not there. Like I'm there for a purpose. You know what I mean. So it's different. I'm going out every weekend. Like it doesn't. But it's awesome, dude, to watch people like yourself or whatever, and get up in front of 30, 40, 50, 60, 100 people and express themselves like just like I'm trying to do that is express myself. You know what I mean? Through art is art, man. And it's awesome. I love it. I love it. I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change it. Would I do tackle here and there, dabble other stuff? Yeah, but I think I'm gonna mainly stick with the hip hop photography, what live photography, whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? I'm that's I feel like that's the avenue that I need to travel down as a photographer.
Yeah, and it's what was I gonna say? I had it in my brain. Like there's no like I feel like at every show, like even me just looking back at just the K&G shows that I've been to, like there's always something new, there's always something different that's occurring. So like it's almost like it never gets old,
Yeah,
because whether it's the artists that are performing, or just what the artist may bring that is performing. Like we look at Paranoia,
yeah.
at the at the last show that we were at, like it was
That was
completely different. But we know who Paranoia is, and it's like just cool to see what he
right. Yeah,
just
exactly.
kind of comes up with,
Yeah,
for a different show. It's
yeah,
always cool, to see. And again, like you mentioned before, when you're consistently going, people are like, "Oh, there's Krispy Pic again. Oh, there's Krispy Pic again. Oh, there's Krispy Pic again. Oh, okay, cool." Like he's really down to do this.
right. Exactly.
So why don't I have him do my show? Because
Yeah.
if he's got the experience, because I've seen him at the past 10 shows taking pictures, I think he knows what he's doing, or you know what I'm saying.
A little
So
bit.
it's like, why not ask him to do my show?
Yeah. No, it's yeah.
It's right
No,
here.
it never is a dull moment. You know what I mean? Definitely not. It's like because all the artists are their own personal, individual people as well. You know what I mean? So like, it's never so like he's crazy with the way he talks, dude. You know what I mean? He's just
Yeah.
ruthless, bro. Ruthless, dude. I was at a chemic show. She was open for copyright, and I was just outside. We were smoking a cigarette, and he just going off, and people were walking by, looking at him like, "Oh my god!" And it's
Yeah.
so he does bring so it's different. That's I've never experienced
Just a
before.
different energy.
That's all. It's a different energy. It's awesome. Every person is different. I haven't been to a show where it's like, man, you know what I mean?
I think, I mean, again, shout out to K&G. I think it just comes down to just like the people that are being put on the bill. It's always people that are genuine people, and people that you just know are just going to deliver and give
Yeah,
a good show. And that it just reflects on, you know, the great steps that K&G is doing, and the people that they're trying to surround them to. And then
yeah,
also, again, I think, whether you believe it's universe, God, however, like, putting you in those positions around those kinds of people that are serious about what they do, to give you the opportunities to, again, using it as an example for you to, video or take pictures of their sets, or
right, yeah,
to expand on your catalog, not only in just a K&G type show, but like, hey, now
Right.
you're getting kind of like private gigs and
Right.
stuff
Exactly.
like that. People are like, yeah, like this guy's about it. Like, let's do it.
Right. It's happened. You know what I mean? I've couple people I've met through K&G shows. Same. Boom. You know what I mean? Or I've been at a show with Chemic and No Gimmick, and it's not necessarily a K&G show, but like that copyright, that's where I met Miss Laura Michelle. You know what I mean? And literally
Hmm.
sent her a couple photos, and she was like, "Oh, cool, boom." So, but
That's dope.
yeah, no, it's crazy, dude. It really is. You know what I mean? And
That's all it takes.
yeah, no, it's that's where, like you said, people see me out there every day grinding. Oh, okay, there's Crispy, there's Crispy, there's Crispy. Okay, so like you said, he's serious about this. We'll take him seriously. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just about the build up. Like
Yeah,
I've been performing since, let me get my life straight here. I mean, I dropped my first project in like 2013, maybe like I'd say probably like maybe like 2015, like
yeah,
realistically like full head on, really starting to get in performances. Like you
right,
have to, keep performing. Like it's only been within maybe the past 6 months that, not that I don't get nerves before,
yeah,
but it's not within the past 6 months until now is like I've been like fully like comfortable getting on stage where,
yeah,
like, again, I have those nerves, but it's not
right,
something that literally like consumes me, that it takes me an entire song before I'm like kind of in my element. It's like once I'm like literally up there, just up there, I'm like, cool, like I'm where I want to be right now. It's
yeah,
showtime. Like
right, yeah,
let's do
exactly.
this.
Yeah, and
So
you
it's
do your
like
thing, dude. You are your stage presence is awesome. I honestly, you're one of my favorites to take pictures of, just because you show so much emotion in your face. You know what I mean? Or just your body language. You know what I mean? I love it, dude. I really do. There's some people up there. No
it's
offense
it.
to them. You know what I mean? Like I could never do what you guys do. Okay, but there's some people up there, and it's just like, okay, yeah, like this is a nice picture. You know what I mean? But then you look at a Jay
Hmm.
Faith picture, and you're like, oh, okay, you can see the energy in them. You can feel the energy coming out of that picture. You're a very energetic performer, and it's awesome. I love it. There's not a lot that I've ran into that are very energetic, such as yourself. Yeah, is, you know what I mean?
And that's, not to speak fully on me because obviously this is about you, but it's one of those things, and it only attests to what we're talking about anyways. But it's just one of those things. Like I observe, it's a skill that I've built, and it's taken me a while because I was kind of one of those people that maybe didn't have that much energy, or like maybe
Right.
started
Yeah.
off early with energy and then died off at the end. And now all I think I've reached a point where it's almost like the rapper brain when listening to music
Yeah.
is when I watch people perform, like
Yeah.
my brain partially listens, but at the same time, I'll be honest, like I'm judging like 100%, because not in a negative way, but it's like I see so many people that are really good, and let me take a step backwards. What they're saying is like super dope,
Right.
but how they're conveying it is like meh. And I'm
Yeah.
like, dude,
I
like if you just
I
like
feel you.
gave
Right.
if you just gave like a 50%, even just like 50% more of what
Yeah.
of the emotion that you put into creating this
Right.
song, or what I feel could come from this song by what you're just saying,
Right.
like
Yeah.
you would literally have the entire crowd.
Yeah. Exactly.
But when you're just like, da 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 da, not really looking at anybody, but just kind of like da da da, I'm like, ah man,
Right.
like I want so much more for you. Like I forget who I was talking to, and I don't know, maybe you and I could do this, but like I could, just because you go to so many shows, it's like I wanna do like a separate show
Okay.
where people can send in like video clips of performances. Like it can be of their own. Like I
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
want to like have people
All right.
send in other people to be like, oh, like check this clown out or whatever.
Yeah.
But
No. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
and not to say that I'm some type of expert, but I want to be able to like kind of critique and help positively help people and be like, hey, like if you not saying like to change their set, but in just the delivery of it, I guess, like having that energy, like, hey, like
Oh,
maybe you
that's
should look up at the crowd more. I'm
no,
not trying to tell people what
dude,
to say
I
or how to structure it.
there's the one thing about me is, yo, if you don't like a picture that I took, tell me. Tell me what you don't like about it. Tell me maybe how I could fix it next time. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's a part of the growth is being able to take constructive criticism and not get all butthurt and Sallyfoot about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dude, I was okay. So prime example of this. All right, I forget what show it was. It was recently. I was outside, out back, talking to Joe. There was like 3 or 4 people around it. I think Justin was with us, so it was me, Justin, and Joe. And there was like 2 other people, 3 other people standing in front of us. We're all whatever, standing in a circle, we're talking. And I was like, yo, Joe, do you like those pictures I took? Because he had like a show the night before, or the weekend before, whatever. And he was like, yeah, they were good pictures, but I wouldn't share them. And everyone else was like, whoa. And it's like, no, what do you mean, whoa, dude? Like, no, this is what I want to hear. So, like, maybe
Hmm.
you doing that, it could be the advice that somebody needs, but nobody is telling them because in today's society, everyone's, oh, hey, don't talk to Tommy like that. He's going to get upset. He's going to be
Yeah.
offended. You know what I mean? Well, you know
Mhm.
what? Maybe Tommy doesn't know that he needs to put a little more effort into his set, and it could be a doper performance, and no one around him is telling him
That's what I'm
that.
saying.
And he needs that one person of an outside source to be like, yo, hey, do this, try that. Not do, not you need to change, not, you know what I mean? Like you said, construct them in a positive way, but not like it's just, I think that would be a great idea, dude. I really do. Because some people may need that push.
It's just the little things. Again, like I would never want somebody to change who they are as a performer, or like like we'll use Paranoia. Like I would never be like Paranoia, like
Right.
chill out with your performances.
Right.
Not, and
Exactly.
again, this is not knocking his performances. I think his
No.
performances are super dope, especially for his
Phenomenal.
style.
Yes, it is
But
phenomenal.
I just use it as an example of I would never tell Paranoia like, hey dude, like you should just chill and like, just be real melodic with your
Right.
bars
Yeah.
and not be yelling and screaming. Like I would never do that.
Right.
But
Yeah.
I would,
Definitely not.
for somebody that's maybe, looking at the floor or only stands in one spot at one time or doesn't have crowd interaction,
Yeah.
those little pieces, are I think are huge
No,
in a performance.
I think that'd be a great idea for you to do, man. You know what I mean?
Or just maybe even just starting with just talking to people after after a set, after
Yeah.
a show. I
Yeah.
don't know how people would feel about that, but
You
excuse
know,
me again, just
I so I'm a firm believer, yo. It's okay to tell your friends they can't rap. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
it really is. It really is. And like if G2 comes to me and tells me that I'm doing something wrong, I don't get offended by that. I don't.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Because like again, he sees something that I'm not seeing. So here, fix this. You know what I mean? Maybe no one's telling these people that, hey, yo, you need to be, you know what I mean? Not necessarily like you said,
People
change. Like you don't want people to change. People are people. You accept people for who they are. But at the same time,
100%.
if the advice you give them could provide them with the opportunity to give a better performance, why not take it? Why not take advice if it's going to help you? What's the worst that can happen? You give them advice, they try it, they don't like it, they don't do it no more.
Hmm. Or it's not, it's just not something that would be best fitting for their set. Again, like a
Yeah,
Paranoia, to use Paranoia as an example, and shout out to Paranoia, that's my guy. But again, maybe it's just not something that's part of your set. Maybe you're just that kind of person. But it's just those little things. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like I just watch, and for me, it's just like motivation because it's either you give a really dope set,
yeah.
and then it's like, okay, like I have to bring the energy,
Right, yeah,
or
exactly.
it's almost like a competition. If you don't, if you I'm not going to say a bad set, but just not a high energy or whatever. Again, I never want to say something is just bad, but You know what I'm talking about. It only
Sometimes
gives
something
me,
is just bad, though. That's the thing. You know what I mean? Not to be real here. I'm sorry.
but I want to give reason too. I
Yeah.
never
No.
want to just say like you're trash, but it gives me motivation to be like, okay, I see where that is. Like, I have to bring the crowd back. I
Yeah.
have to like literally kill this
Yeah.
and like bring this show back, type of
Right.
thing.
Yeah.
So like either way, it's motivation for me. But yeah, I just again, I just want to help build people because I've been in that position of, and I kind of wish that people told me that. I it took me
Exactly it,
like
dude.
I would it literally took me. I would watch some of my favorite artists, some of the artists that kind of resemble my style a little bit, because obviously, like,
Yeah.
just to kind of match and compare a little bit and
Right. Yeah.
see like what would work for me, whatever. Like, I watch J. Cole, I watch NF, I
Right.
watch, I've seen Joe Budden live, I watch, Joel Ortiz, just to name a couple people that, I feel are very similar in what I do, or very close, whatever. But and just seeing like how, if you're rapping that fast, like what is, kind of some ways that you
Right.
maneuver. Okay, well, let me
Exactly.
see how I can implement that within my own style
Right.
into my shows. I'm
Right.
not going to sit here and like go, you know, motion for motion like NF,
Yeah.
but
No. No. Definitely not, man. Definitely not.
you
No.
know,
I get what you're saying. I observe and adapt is what you're doing. You know what I mean?
yeah, because like
Or
if I'm rapping fast, like I'm not gonna
observe and
go ahead.
relate to you. Sorry, that's what I meant. Observe what they're doing and see how and you know what I mean. See how you can take it and turn it and work it into your system. That's with anything though. It really is. You
Hmm.
know what I mean. My regular job's a welder, dude. I didn't know how to weld, so I was taught do weld this way. And over time, you know, I watched other welders. I watched this. I took criticism and I developed my own technique.
Hmm.
But I would, same thing with photography. Again, had I not had people to tell me what I was doing wrong, I never would have known, dude.
Sometimes people have to hear the word no.
Yeah. Do you know how many times, hey, you need a photographer? No, we're all set. At least 15 times in the last week. I'm going to be at that festival. I hit up like 13 different people. Screw it. I'll be there anyways, right? Might as well. See if I can help other people out,
Yeah.
right? No, no, we're all set. No, we're all set. No, okay, cool. It's not that I'm a bad photographer. You know what I mean? It's just uh, they're all set, which is okay. It's okay to
Right.
tell people no. It's okay to hear the word no and not be discouraged by it. No doesn't mean you suck. No doesn't mean, you know what I mean? Hey, you
Yeah.
should stop doing what you're doing.
It's a way to prove people wrong too, because like,
Yeah.
when you say that, like, it makes me think like, okay, so they say no, and then you're there, you take the pictures. Obviously, they'll probably see her there
Yeah.
performing. Hopefully, they
Exactly.
catch her set, and
Yeah.
then they're like, oh, that's the dude that was talking to me. Oh,
Right.
he is here.
Right.
Oh, let's check out those pictures. Oh, those pictures came out dope, man. Yo, oh man,
Yeah.
let's get,
Exactly.
or even if it's just something simple as, hey, you took some really dope pictures, like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm glad you were there for her, whatever, even
Yeah.
just, given the credit where credit is due, just the acknowledgement. Not that I know you don't do it just for the acknowledgement, but
Yeah.
you get what I'm saying. It's like,
No, I totally understand, dude.
so it's like it's only motivation to also just prove people wrong, and again, maybe self-reflect on where you're at. Like, I've told people no for verses,
Yeah.
but I've explained why.
Yeah.
Maybe it's,
Exactly. No, that's
I
exactly
feel
it.
like I feel like, until you fix work on X, Y, and Z, based on just my level. Again, not saying that
Right.
I'm top tier or anything, but based on what I know I can deliver and I have assessed about myself and what I'm worth,
Right.
you have to reach some. I'm more than willing to meet you somewhere in the middle, but I need you to reach the middle at least.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
And again, it's all constructive criticism. Maybe your bars aren't. You could fit a little bit better in the pocket. Take your ad
Yeah.
libs off.
Yeah.
Slow down what you're saying.
Right.
It's to help you. It's to help you so that we can work together. Or
Right.
so you can just get better. That's it.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
There's it's not a lose-lose, it's a win-win. Either you get better or you get better and we collab together
Right. Yeah,
and you get the
exactly.
collab that you want.
Right.
Or anybody else.
Yeah.
Not speaking just me, like maybe you want somebody else.
Right. Nah, I agree. 1,000%, man.
It's all I can do, man. It's all I mean, it's what we've been talking about this entire time is just trying to build people up together. That's all I want. But the tough part is that people don't like to hear the negative side. They only want to hear like, yeah, man, you're killing
Yeah.
it, great verse, dope, dude. Like,
Yeah.
no, tell me I'm out of pocket in my
Yeah.
fifth bar.
Yeah.
Tell
Exactly.
me I need to fix this. Like,
Exactly. A lot of people don't know, bro, because everyone around them is a yes man. You know what I mean?
terrible.
Again, that's another great thing about MOCG. It
Mm-mm.
works, dude. It really does. You know what I mean? We can all tell each other, yo, you need to fix this. Yo, you do this differently. Try this differently. And none of us get all butthurt about it. And what's happened
Mm-hmm.
with all right, so over the last year and a half, everyone involved in MOCG has literally just taken steps after steps after steps after steps after steps after steps because it works. Constructive criticism works.
Mm-hmm. I was just in the studio with Joe maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago. It was on a Sunday, and we were recording stuff for myself, and then him and I got a song that we're working on,
Oh, that's dope.
and you know he's recording me. It's my turn to record, and you know I record, and I'm like, yeah, what'd you think, man? He goes, yo, do it again, and then I record, and then I'm like, all right, what's up? Do it again. All right, we gonna keep doing it. We gonna keep like
Yeah.
progressing so that you just like because like he was giving me something of like I want you to keep recording it because I want you to get more and more comfortable with it, and the more
Right.
and more you get comfortable with it, the more energy and essence that comes out of it, which I know doing recording by myself, but it's different when you're with somebody else
Right. Yeah,
and
exactly.
stuff like that. So he's like I want to see the J Faith come out.
Right.
So it's like again, you hear it from your peers, but you know, it's not anything negative. He's saying like, dude, like I know you can do better.
Right.
Let's
Exactly.
find that
Right.
and get
Exactly.
it out.
Let's find it. Let's do it. Not he's not bashing you on it. You know what I mean?
Mm-mm.
Joe's great with his
And we do
words.
what
He
you.
really is, dude. He really is. He like, builds you up. You know what I mean? It's great. It's
Hmm.
phenomenal.
Yeah, it's been such a dope opportunity, you know, just to be with them and just build and learn. Like you know, they and it's what I love too. It's not like a hierarchy type of thing where it's like, oh, Joe, you know, Joe and Ian are up here, and then everybody else is kind of like down here. Like Joe learns from me, I learn from Joe, I learn from Chemic learns from Joe. Like
Exactly.
it's a constant network of just learning and growth. And again, that's why we formed this. Well, they formed this collective, and I'm glad to be a part of it.
Yeah.
But it's like everybody has their own skill level and thing that they can bring to the table. So let's capture it, man.
Exactly. Let's get it.
Man, yeah, it's been such a journey. It's been dope.
And we're only getting started too. That's the thing. You know what I mean? Like
For
what's
real.
happened so far is in these last 4 years is just crazy, dude. You know what I mean? It's just, but it's literally just beginning. And it's this crazy already. Imagine what it's going to be like in 10 years from now. How crazier it's going to
Hmm.
be.
That's what I've been saying. That's what I've been saying. Um, so like what for you as far as like K&G or just the brand of Crispy Picks, like what do you see like moving forward? Like what are some things that you're looking to do you know, moving forward to either like build skills, you know, reflections that you've had to now and you know what you plan to, you know, maybe fix or grow from that, if that
I
makes
just,
sense.
I just plan continue watching the YouTube videos, getting better, taking constructive criticism from everybody. You know what I mean? Chemical do it,
Hmm.
dude. Nah, I like that photo, but it looks better this way. Oh, okay, cool. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
No, but really this year I'm just trying to meet people, just trying to get out there and vibe with the different types of people that are out there. You know what I mean? Learn things
Hmm.
from each individual person. I mean, I'm always striving to be better than what I was last week or last. That's just in life in general, brother. That's not even with the photography thing. I just try to better myself every
Yeah,
day. But
facts.
nah, moving forward, I mean, I would like to do more shows, like to work with more artists, obviously, you know what I mean? And just hopefully help MLCG grow and KNG grow in any way possible that I can. And obviously myself, I want to grow, you know what I mean? Like I said, work with more artists, different variety of artists. I think it'll be good for me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like your style is different from Chemic style, which is different from Lifestyle, which is different from Joe's style. Like I want to deal with more versatile styles like that. You know what I mean? Just different people, just connections, man. That's mainly what I'm trying to do this year. Is just build connections and just meet people. And you know what? Whatever comes, comes, man. I ain't forcing nothing.
Yeah, no, I definitely. If you continue on, especially on the route that you're going, man, like I definitely foresee some good things. Just in
Yeah, no, I mean,
the thing again, just in the growth that I've seen, um, the growth and the presence that I've seen, just in the
yeah,
past year alone, the sky really is the limit.
it really is. It's
For you,
again, you
I could definitely see it.
the more I put into this, the more I'm gonna get out of it. You know what I mean? So, dude, when the year started, I wanted to hit one, maybe two shows a month. I'm doing 1 to 2 shows a weekend. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
right. Times have
if,
changed.
if that doesn't speak for growth right there in itself, then, and who knows, maybe next year I'll be doing 4 to 5 shows during the week. You know what I mean? I mean, eventually, yeah, I want to be able to walk into my job and be like, peace, I'm out and do this full time. You know what I mean? That's the ultimate
Hmm.
goal. It really is. And G2 told me what happened, and I swore to him everything holy in me that nope, I'm doing this as a hobby. I'm doing this for me. He's like, dude, you can get a taste of the life, and you're gonna want it all. And he's right. You know,
Hmm.
what I mean? But I know what I want, and I know what I need to do to get there, and I'm willing to do that work to get there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it'll come, and then you'll be doing tours, and soon you'll be doing tours,
That'd be
going on
dude,
tour with people, and
that would be awesome. Well, next weekend again, it's gonna happen. This is gonna air way after it happened, but I'm traveling with Chemic and No Gimmick to New York to do a show with them.
oh,
So
see,
that's yeah, it's already starting. You know what I mean? It's pretty dope.
that's what's up, man. That's what's up. No, I love seeing stuff like that. I love seeing the growth in people and just like
Yeah,
stuff just stack on
yeah,
top of each other. Expanding
yeah,
on it. It's like, all right, now I'm doing, just couple Mo CG shows. Now I'm
right,
doing shows for a specific promoter. Oh, now I'm traveling. Now I'm doing this. Now I'm doing
yeah,
this. Now based off of everything else.
yeah. Exactly. Based on everything else that's going on, it's crazy.
Word, word. Absolutely, man. No, it's gonna be exciting to see. Like you said, it's gonna be exciting for sure.
It's it could be everything that all of us combined have ever wanted, bro. I'm telling you. You know what I mean? Because it can be. You know what I mean? It would not scratch that. It can be. It will be. Manifest that shit.
There you go.
I will be able to walk into my boss's office one day and say, "Deuces, I'm out." You know what I mean?
Word. Yep. Definitely got to manifest that.
Definitely.
So what I like to do before we usually wrap is I like to put people in the hot seat one final time, and it could be
Well,
something that we've already.
let me
Could be
buckle in
something.
right here for safety.
Yeah, there you go. Buckle your seatbelts. Let's go. It could be something that we've already mentioned, but
Yeah.
what is the best piece of advice that you've been given thus far? And it
Ooh.
could be photography related, it could be life related, it could be anything in general. But what is the best advice that you've been given thus far? And you could take a second. No rush.
Yeah, no, like I don't know. That's a tough one, man. That is a tough question. The best advice, trust the process. I would say
Okay.
would be the best advice that I've received. I mean, it was mainly for photography, but you can simply relate that to just life. Just trust the process. Like shit happens for a reason. Trust it. Build on it. You know what I mean? It's trust the process, man.
Yeah, it's honestly as simple as that, and you're proof of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You trusted everything that has come along the way, and just built upon everything, upon everything, upon everything, and learned and learned and continued to learn, and took the no's, took the yeses,
Right.
and that's what it's all, and that's part of the process, and that's what some people have to recognize is it's not just the yeses that you get, it's the no's that put you in a different position. It's more of a detour than it is
Yeah.
completely putting you off the path.
Because who
That's what
knows?
people have.
Maybe one of those yeses could have put me off the path. You know
Right.
what I mean? Universe works in mysterious ways, man. Trust the process. Everyone's time
Hmm.
come. No matter what it is, your time will come. Don't force it. Don't rush it. Just go with it. Trust the process.
Because it's like I firmly believe that there's some sort of, like, we'll say, like, the tip of the pencil is like the end route,
Yeah.
and this is your path, but then, like, you have like different things that will take you, but like eventually, like, you end back up
Correct.
on where you need to be. It just may take detours, but it's not going to be something that just goes this way
Right. Yeah.
unless you
Exactly.
let it
Right.
unless you
Exactly.
let it. But that's what, yeah. So again, just to go off what you just said, just trust the process, because sometimes it's not always, it's I shouldn't say it's not always, it's not straight and narrow as many people think it is.
No. It's rough. It is. It really is. It's a rough road, but
Got to take it, man. If you want it, you got to take it.
grab by the horns and just ride. Hold on and ride, brother, because it's gonna be a bumpy
100%.
one.
Definitely, definitely, man. No, I really appreciate having you on this episode, man. This has been super dope. I really appreciate your time, man.
Yeah, no, thank you for having me, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah, this has been super cool. We'll definitely have to get you back on here. But before we wrap, where can people kind of connect with you? What would be the best place to, follow you? I know I've put it up here a couple times, but we'll throw it up here again if there's any
Where
other
is it? It's
places. Yeah, you got,
backwards. So it's
yeah,
over here, right?
you got it.
Yeah.
Nah,
Here,
you got
here
it.
we'll go
Yeah,
like this. I'm bound to get it
somewhere
right.
over
Okay.
here.
Uh,
Yeah,
uh,
one of
uh,
those.
Yeah, no. So Instagram, it's the Krispy Pics _ KNG. And then so I do have a TikTok, same thing, Krispy Pics. TikTok's still new to me, man. I downloaded
It's a
it.
process.
Joe was like, dude, you got to get on it. It's gonna help you. And I'm like, all right, cool. And it's like,
Now
what?
what?
Anyway, yeah, yeah. All right, here and there, we're throwing up. So yeah, Instagram is the Krispy Pics KNG, and then Facebook is literally Krispy Pics.
Word, word.
It's
So
I
what
got
happened?
huh?
Yeah,
What?
you're good. So make sure you follow this man, follow this journey. We'll definitely have to have you on again, to continue this chat.
Yeah,
Um, but again, just love seeing people grow, people expand, and take knowledge from people is exactly what Right Mind is all about. Is just having knowledge, giving it to other people, so they can expand themselves.
I dig it, man.
But until next time, again, appreciate your time one last time. My name is Jay Faith. Krispy Pics to this direction here. See, I got to get it right too.
This
Krispy
direction
Pics
right here, one of these is right.
right over here. This is Right Mind Wednesdays, and we'll catch you next time. What's up?
Peace. What's up?